Georgie, kid, you have no idea what's coming in a moment. You're gonna go on a bicycle ride.
I swear we tried this on the boat and she was fine with it.
Yeah.
That face.
Last time on MJ Sailing, we left St. Bart's behind to travel to the neighboring island of St. Maarten, where we had multiple marine stores to buy items for projects, and got our first look at the island and the damage left behind by Hurricane Irma.
So unsuspecting to what's just about to happen to her. You're gonna hate us in a minute, kitty.
Task for this morning is to get Georgie to one of the local vets here in St. Maarten. She needs some very specific paperwork to get into the EU, and one of them is having a rabies titer test done. Now she needs some blood drawn and sent to an approved clinic in the US to prove that she does not have rabies. And that will take about 4 weeks to come back to us, unfortunately, so we have to get this done ASAP. And when that comes back, she'll need another vet appointment, signatures, all this like notarized stuff to say that she can get into the EU, that she's healthy. But today's first step, we need to get working on that blood sample to be set out, because even if it's not island time, usually the labs are just so backed up. So we're about to shove her in a backpack, dinghy to shore, and then cycle to the vet clinic. Now I'm sitting at Island Water World while Matt quick drops off our laundry next door. And the hope is to rent a few bicycles and stick Georgie in a bag and just bike up the road to the vet. But it's a cash deposit to get the bikes, and I don't have any cash, so right now Georgie and I are just wandering the dinghies. Wish I had a longer leash.
Georgie, kid, you have no idea what's coming in a moment. You're gonna go on a bicycle ride.
Dude, go on your ride. Aww. Yeah. You'll be nice and safe in here. You will.
Georgie's gonna ride in style.
You will. Oh, sail bag.
I swear we tried this on the boat and she was fine with it.
Yeah.
Just a little out of her comfort zone now, though.
Safety first. Don't try climbing out, please. Luckily, we picked a early morning vet appointment, so it's not hot out yet, even though I'm sweating. I always sweat, but so she'll be just fine. Yeah. Just a little sneezing in.
That face.
I know.
It's good, Georgie girl. It's all good.
Looks like we found a protected spot in the corner while paperwork gets filled out and I wait for the doctor. Well, so far, so good.
She rode in the bike like a champ. Did extremely well. Just kind of laid down after we started moving. Really no issues whatsoever. Yeah. All in all, it's going really well. Yeah.
I think the dinghy ride was worse for her than the bike ride.
Yeah. Except for the shot that's coming.
got some of our running around work done this morning. The laundry is being washed as we speak. Georgie's blood work is being sent to the US, so I'm gonna sit down on my computer, enjoy a beer because the boss lets me. And yeah, just work on a video. Hey, Georgie cat. She took a long nap. But back to work.
So our piece of found driftwood we're using to make a template to bend the PVC track that's going to be used for the soft sides of our Dodger. What we did is we just laid the board on, traced our little curve that we have. I'm going to cut this out, and then we'll be able to heat up and bend the PVC around this to form hopefully our curve properly. We'll see. It's theory.
Cut that thing up.
Okay.
Safely.
Make sure not cut anything else. Who would have known my metal cutting bits weren't great for this?
It smells so fresh and piney.
It does. An added benefit of doing this project on the boat. Okay, let's do this without cutting anything.
You need an extra set of hands?
Nope, I think I got it.
And our little curved template.
Forward and aft. So roughly that is going to be our template for our curve. Then I can bend this along. Bam!
Bam.
Bam!
Done. Project done.
How we do that.
I
Yeah.
wish.
Step one.
Step one done.
All right, so attempt number one at bending one of these tracks. What I did is I laid a sail tie within the crack. Hopefully when I bend it, it's not going to compress down and prevent this bolt rope from sliding in. The whole idea is to keep it so it's about the same width all the way around. I don't know if it's going to work, but we'll try. So, heat gun. Unfortunately, I can only run it at mid-range. I can't run it high, so we'll see how fast I can do the cooling, the heating and cooling phase. But
Kind of power.
first part of the bend. So you can see the first part of the curve already started, heated it up, held it into place, and let it cool down. So now do from here to here, bend it a little bit further, and again, see how this all goes up. Cooling phase. Like my face.
Concentrate.
Surprisingly, for once, everything came together as it was supposed to, and step one of our splash guard was completed.
Sí, sedang ada yang belum?
just a little bit of time until our laundry was finished to pick up, so we decided on a, I don't know if you call it late lunch or early dinner, but found a great little corner shop with some really nice looking chicken, rice, plantains, so just gonna while away the afternoon and then maybe meet up with some old cruising buddies tonight. I think Bumpus will coin this meal lunner.
Yeah, there you go. Some rice, plantains, some chicken, fried chicken, and Coca-Cola.
I keep forgetting what a good treat plantains are down in the Caribbean. Oh, stop the jam. But like in Cuba and Guatemala and stuff, we used to get them all the time. It's cool when they're sauteed like this, fried. We did that a few times, so I need to add those to my grocery list to keep on the boat.
Oh yeah.
So Matt's just gone and gotten something. We don't know if it's a croqueta or a empanada. It's got chicken inside though, we know that.
For you, my dear.
For me. For one. More fried goodness. We haven't had enough lately.
Yeah, McDonald's 2 days in a row. Oh, we weren't supposed to talk about that, were we?
Hey, little guy. I'm sorry, I'm not going to give you my scraps. So this is what 41 pounds of laundry looks like. 41 pounds, washed, dried, and folded for $52.
52 bucks. We didn't have to touch any of it, which is good because it had been there for, the oldest pieces were 7 weeks since we had used them. So we don't really know at the bottom of the bag what the stench level was. We're very happy that we were able to drop it off and walk away.
Yeah, not bad turn around. Dropped it off yesterday morning.
Yeah.
Got it back tonight just before they closed.
All beautifully folded, nice and clean smelling, and we're good to go.
And tonight we sleep on clean sheets. Yay! Today has been unbelievably rolly here in the anchorage in Simpson Bay. Matt even put a bridle, I'll show you in a second, but it's just these huge swells that are rolling in, and it's so bad that I actually had to get off the boat to work today. It was supposed to be a full day of computer work, and I was just getting so sick staring at my computer screen, so I ended up going to a resort right next to us and just kind of sitting in their lobby and using their Wi-Fi for the cost of a beer and a coffee. And I know you're probably asking, why don't you just go in the lagoon? Because we're stubborn and we don't want to go in the lagoon. For us, it's just, I don't know, claustrophobic, I guess. I don't know why, but we prefer to be out here in the bay. Matt's completely comfortable. Georgie seems fine. It's just me. But then it's an excuse to get off and have a beer and look at these great views. But let me show you the bridle, actually show you our spot here. So you can see these big waves rolling in right now. And actually the wind is on our port side, it's coming in, so normally we should be pointing that way, which means the waves will be coming in on our side, and they're just like throwing us side to side, which some of the boats in the anchorage you'll see. But Matt has taken the anchor, and it is running down along the side of the boat in the water, and then down there he has it attached to a snubber, which you can see coming up on the other side here, running along to one of our winches in the cockpit here. Excuse the trash. So I've got it running to one of our winches in the cockpit, just tighten it up, and that way we can angle it a little bit more. But you can see that we're still bouncing around. So tomorrow's supposed to be our last day here. We're just gonna kind of try and suffer through it, get back to St. Bart's. So hopefully this holds up for the night. But also one other thing, we got a new neighbor tonight. You may know them. See, look at that one around. Side to side, all over the place. These boats are waving like crazy. And look, that's our neighbor. And the vagabond. They seem pretty comfortable. But the Samel here, rocking like crazy. Look at them go. So tomorrow, drop propane off, pick it up. Next morning, get the heck out of here. Matt has the keys to the propane. We're taking everybody's tank.
Especially the aluminum ones.
Propane for months.
Yep. I think the aluminum ones would fit nicely.
They would look very nice.
Yeah.
How about we just switch? We swap the names off?
Yeah, scratch.
Yeah.
They're getting a deal because these are 20 pounds. We're just going to take 2 tons.
Come on, putting this on Facebook.
If only you can pick which one's yours.
Yeah, it's a small one.
Little 6-pounder? Or?
This one.
Oh, okay.
Like everyone else said.
Yep.
8 days without propane. Finally have 2 full tanks. And where are we going to dinner? Domino's. And I don't feel bad about it at all. If we can find it and if they're open, and if they take like our $14 cash we have left. What can I say? We love our cheesy, greasy foods, and I don't know the next time we're going to come across a chain pizza restaurant, so I am more than ready for this.
It's my Domino's dance.
Let's take a look at our Supreme Feast. Yum. All right,
Look at all
let's
that
dig in.
steam leaving.
I can smell the peppers and mushrooms.
It's healthy. See, we got vegetables on it. Yeah.
In the next episode of MJ Sailing, we arrive back to Gustavia, literally, in the middle of their annual race week. We find ourselves at a concert with a beloved surprise guest. And take in some of the races from our boat before ending the week with friends and champagne.
I don't know why this job was handed to me.
Yeah,
No, it's like pointing that way.
No,
That's okay.
it wasn't.